2010 Chevy Equinox, leaking power liftgate actuator replacement. You can tell it's been leaking, especially by right there, and you can see the drip trail. What I did is grab that little guy out there. Just took a little bit of prying with my fingers. I grabbed this right here. Just pops out. Ta-da! T40 Torx. $7mm socket. The airbag thingy comes out. 7mm socket. It's an easy one to lose, so. So I ended up down here. Pull this piece. Just keep working at it. Pretty soon, the whole piece is loose. Probably gonna have to take the seat out, but hopefully not. That back tray might have to come out too, but we'll find out. Underneath here, that round disc thing, that works just like a headrest adjuster. It's got a little squeeze tab on the outside, and then the whole thing lifts up. Same over here. And the whole tray comes out. One little electrical connector right here. Now with a little bit of seat belt, pulled the seat belt out a little bit, and I was able to just, without removing the back seat, just pull that whole panel off to the side. And here is the hydraulic motor. So now we gotta get the hoses out. One Phillips screw. Now, so I've pulled the other little screw out of there too, and I put myself something up in there to wedge this down a little bit. But you gotta be careful because we're starting to get into airbag territory here. This one line right here comes to a connector right here, so just watch yourself. Back here, where the hoses come, you can see these clips. You take them out any way you like. I'm gonna use side cuts and see if I can just pry them out of there. The new assembly comes with new clips, so you can have a heyday. It's appropriate time to introduce you guys to my helper. His name is Garrett. It's good deduction, and in my particular case, Garrett, he's a happy dude, and he doesn't give me a lot of aggro. Yeah, buddy. Do me a favor and hold that door up for me, mate. All right, mate. Beautiful job, mate. So now I'm gonna disconnect this little guy. Let's see if I can get my screwdriver in down behind this little clip right here. And just pry him out of there. Maybe. Oh, there he goes. He's coming off anyway, so I might as well get him right out of the way. And then same on this end. A little goopy this end, so here I got these little hose separators. They work pretty good for this. Alright, so just to make it easier, and this is trash anyway, I just cut the boot from around this little guy because there's clips here. Now there's 4 of them, and they probably all need to be done at the same time, so I'm gonna sprout another hand and make it hold 2 more screwdrivers. Jump inside the back of the car. I got this thing out. I managed to do it with just 1 screwdriver and a little bit of tugging. It got out of there, no problem. Now I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to remove the stuff from around these connectors here. So I started by popping this little guy out of that hole right there. Just use the screwdriver, and then there's going to be that bolt, and there's probably more bolts. The engineers figured out beforehand, but even with this thing in here, you can cut right underneath here, and you can see that one little nut right there underneath that plastic piece hiding right there. We've got great access. Thank you, GM. So, hey, there's no French fries in there, buddy. I got that thing out of there, that motor. I pulled the slack through the hole, and now I've got the motor sitting there on the back bumper. I already got this one off of there. You can see there's just like little hooks, and it pushes down in. There's actually a little like Schrade valve in there as well, so there wasn't even any oil that spilled out anywhere. I'm just looking at the new hoses here, and you see they're way different on the ends. So this is how I ended up doing this one, and just turn them a little bit, and it pops right out of there. Alright, so I threaded a new one in. It came with a nice little wrapping around there to keep him shiny. Here we go. They just clip right in. Those hoses, they just clip right in, no problem at all. So I put the whole, I did it actually on the back bumper here because it was easier, and then I put the whole assembly back in. And then just a heads up, it's much easier to start from the bottom end with the clips, just to make sure you get them all in the same holes. But here's the actual route. That clip is supposed to go into this hole here, but it doesn't stay, so I'll have to do something about that. But then these clip orders are pretty specific. They come up here, come up the inside of the window, on the outside of the wiring for the airbag, and then they do a little twirl up the top there, and then it heads back through the roof here, which was real easy. I just pushed it in, and you heard all the little clips clipped in. It was very positive. So, and then that's the whole thing on there. All right.